Hello, church family. I hope you're doing well. So this week I'm going to be talking about athletics, fitness, sports, and how that intertwines, with faith and how that can, connect us to Christ. So when you think about fitness and sports and all those things, one of the biggest thing that sticks out to me is team. Working together, achieving one's goal. Team. What I like to say is for the acronym, together everybody achieves more. But the biggest thing with team, you really know the character, and the closeness of a team when adversity hits, when somebody gets hurt, when things don't go their way. Is everybody there to uplift that person that falls down and make sure they feel safe, make sure they know that they're supported, make sure they know that they're loved. So the story I'm going to talk about is something that happened to me right before New Year's, right before 2021. I actually had to go to the ER for a condition that I was suffering from. I'm doing okay now, but I had to get on medication and I had to, change some things, moving forward just to make sure I'm okay and prevent these type of episodes to happen again. So it was over winter break, and since I'm a teacher, we had, a couple weeks off, and this happened literally like a week before I was getting ready to go back to school, so I was able to rest and recover and recuperate. So I felt good, but as I had to return back to school, I started feeling nervous. I started feeling nervous because with the incident, I didn't want anything to happen while I was, with the students, because I didn't want them to be traumatized. I didn't want them to be scared. Now, mind you, I'd already been to the doctor, that, I already ran tests and all these things, and everybody had told me that I was okay, and everything was going to be all right. But, sometimes you just don't feel normal. You just don't feel okay, so you start to get scared, you start to worry. So as I was walking into the building, my nerves started to go. I started to feel anxious. So I went to go talk to my colleague, somebody that I'm really close with, and I kind of told her the situation. It's funny because in advance, God puts people in our lives for situations like this, for situations of stress, and pain and heartache that maybe it's not going to happen months or years down the road, but those people are put in our lives to help us and comfort us. So I told, this person my situation, and she had a similar situation too. And she talked about, the different things that she did and how she was going to how she prevented it in her own life. But one of the things that encouraged me so much, she said, hey, she's a Christian, God is watching you. He's going to protect you. He's going to cover you. Angels are going to be guarding you. But the thing that stuck out to me the most, she said, hey, but if you should fall, if something happens, if you feel sick, if you fall down, if you pass out even, we will be there to help you. We will be there to support you. If you don't feel right, come talk to us. Come into the office. We'll make sure you're okay. We'll make sure you'll protect you. And that gave me so much encouragement. That gave me so much relief. That relieved so much of my anxiety because, she let me know, she reiterated to me that she's going to be here to protect me, and not just her, everybody around. All the teachers are going to be here to make sure I'm okay. So, I shouldn't be scared. And that makes me think of in Galatians chapter 6, where he talks about, we should be good to everyone, but especially those in the household of faith. So I asked the question, when people that we know, when they fall on hard times mentally, when they fall on hard times physically, when they fall on hard times spiritually, are we there to help them up? Are we there to give money? Are we there to give them food? Are we there to give them our time? Are we there to uplift them and let them know if you should fall, if something happens, we're going to be there to support you. We're going to be there to love you. Yes, we're going to do more than prayer. Yes, prayer is powerful, but God was a God of action. Right? So while we're praying, let's give money. While we're praying, let's give our time. While we're praying, let's give our resources. While we're praying, let's give everything that we can possibly give to support not just our church family, but anybody we come in contact with. But when we're dealing with the people of the house of faith, when we're dealing with people that we pray with, when we're dealing with people that we've spent those many Sabbaths with, let's make sure that we invest the time to make sure we know, yeah, you're not just my church member that I see on Sabbath. You're somebody who I love, who I care about, who I want to see in the kingdom. So that's the first installment of the sports, fitness, and